Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 18 of my Arsenal Football Manager 2016 Let's Play. Today we have a really big episode. I'm going to be playing 2 league games against Manchester City. This is really big. Man City, they want to try and win both of them to get back in the title race. And I reckon all we have to do is avoid defeat, really. Because of the great position we are in. We don't need to desperately go out for a win. But I do want to play my natural game at the same time. And you can see the Bournemouth game in between. I'll just play that game off camera so we can get through 3 like that. And that might be something I could do in the future as well. I'll still play 2 games on camera, but maybe 1 off just to show you, that result. If there's 2 important games, but there is a game not so important in between, maybe I could do that, just as a little example. It just, obviously, every episode won't be that way, but sometimes there will be. You just got to see how it plays out. For example, PSG, Champions League, first knockout round, first leg, we have that game, and then we got Leicester, then we got Stoke. I could even go dramatic and play those 2 off camera, then, Man United in the next one. That's just an idea, so what do you think about that? I've never done that regularly before, but again, it's something I think about in my head, and if I do that, it could be good to progress through the seasons, and still, playing a lot of games. So, again, it's just something you can leave your thoughts on as well, but it's always just a rolling thing. It's a thing in my head, I think that's a good idea, and I'll roll with it and see how we go, because we're heading towards January either way. So, also, this is what I want to do sometimes. I love to read feedback from you guys, like every single comment I try and read. And Arteta, some people have been saying that he is not the best centre midfielder for us, but he's the captain, and he's done well. He's a leader on the pitch, and I'm not just saying, just because he's captain, he'll be good, but he's got those leadership's ability, and he's improving, so you can see that. And I don't even plan to sell him. Like, end of the season, he could be offered a new contract, especially he's on 70k per week. We offer him a new contract, and he'll be on less. He won't request as much, and he can always play that leader role. He could be at Arsenal until he retires and help the young lads come through. You don't really know. But he's definitely not our worst centre midfielder. People are comparing, like, you should start maybe Coquelin. Like, you're saying, who else is better? But they're different roles. Right now, the only other player that's fit and can play in that position, and more so that role, deep line playmaker, is Aaron Ramsey. Those 2 have been rotating all season. Sometimes, Ramsey might come on as a centre-attacking midfield to rotate for Ozil, because at the minute, Santi Cazorla was injured, so he's coming back now, so we have that coming through. But also, Jack Wilshere, he's coming back from injury slowly, about 3 weeks away, big injury, so don't want to rush him back. So hopefully that's a good enough reason. You can understand why Arteta is starting. And he's the captain of the club. You're not going to be benching him. He's definitely not the worst player in the team this season. If anything, he's been a consistent player without being amazing. He's just, done his job week in, week out. But the players around him, like, high average ratings. And you always see it, deep lying playmakers never get they don't get too many high ratings, because they definitely don't score a lot. And even, with a creative player 4 assists, there's more creative players ahead of him, like the wingers and then the striker. So, and the attacking midfield, more specifically, those 3 are going to be coming up with the assists and even scoring themselves. So, as long as I notice him playing his role, that's all that is important to me. Not really his average ratings, unless they're really poor, which they're not. But, I want to talk about that subject as well. And I feel like I should, talk about those subjects with you guys. Like, I think you'll get more connected. You'll see my opinions on something. And so you guys know I do, read your comments as well. So I don't actually have to reply all the time. I can reply through the video, which probably is even more of a connection. But either way, we have an important game. And I'm pretty sure their players don't have the best fitness in this game. Like, I thought, like, Aguero was injured or something, or he's being rested. But you look at that, the team is still really strong. Like, Man City are wondering why, this team cannot get the job done. Ooh, Nasri playing, centre mid role. I think more attacking midfield he's best at, so it could be exploited there. But Yaya Toure, obviously, to cover. Jesus Navas, I never really am worried about. He's not really a goal-scoring player, and he hasn't started. So he's going to be, I would say lacking match fitness, but he's still 100% match fit, so that's interesting. Of course, Spanish international, So he's a good player, without a doubt. So here we're just going to... Or Aguero, definitely we're going to tight mark and close down and hard tackle. Just everything weaker foot right now. What if we do show positions? Nah, not really. I want to focus on the player. Raheem Sterling. I reckon I'm going to try something. I'm just going to close down these kind of pacey wingers. Close down. I won't tight mark, but yeah, just show on the weaker foot. I'm still experimenting mode for me. And David Silva is a guy you would more just tight mark and close down. And obviously show on the weaker foot. But that's all I think we'll see. But wait till the game starts and see their conditions, and we may alter. But we're going to go passionately here. Oh, I wish there was another option added, but I don't think there is. Like with a win here, we'll be in a really great position for title favourites. So I'm trying to see what will be, the best talk for that. Or if we go out there and carry off, I like to say that sometimes. I'm not sure if I should be telling them I expect to win, but yeah, I like to say go out there and carry on from where you finished the last match. To me, that's pretty good. Not just in terms of reactions, but in terms of you're getting the best out of them. And then we'll go passionately there with the first option. Like, there's a lot more to come from you, and I have faith in their ability. Pretty much, that's what that says. And yeah, there we go. Pretty good reactions. But yeah, I want to see Man City, their player fitnesses, because I don't think they're very good. And also, yeah, Bender coming in today for Coquelin. Coquelin's a really good player. He's done better than Bender this season, even though thinking Bender is better. So that's a great chance there early. Well, that was a good chance, but you rarely ever score in those early chances. So yeah, look at that. Aguero, David Silva. See? I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that. So we'll go to advanced tactics, and then we'll go into the opposition instructions. And then with even David Silva, we'll hard tackle him because, he's got lower condition. And if one of them could get injured and forced off, that will put us in a good... Even, Yaya Toure. See, if this was me, I'd be hesitant to start those players, but because it's a big game, Man City need to know that, or they know that they need to win. And it's Navas, Mertesacker, Silva. But if Silva or Aguero do something, it begs the question, like, even lower conditions, they can still play well. But we're going to see here anyway, it's Silva on the ball. David Silva. Bender. What a challenge. So maybe, not. But they have a chance here. It's Nasri. Nasri plays through Aguero. Okay, well done. I was scared of giving away a penalty there. You got to always be careful of Aguero. He can do anything. But I guess it showed there. They just, weren't able to create a chance. And if anything, I think their fullbacks are a bit slower as well. Both, Zabaleta and Kolarov. They're not the most quick fullbacks. You can say that. So you could see Gabbiadini and Sanchez exploit. You talk about their dangerous attacking players, but attacking midfield 3, Gabbiadini, Ozil, and Sanchez. That's pretty dangerous. Tottenham, if they continue their form, don't forget they've got an extra game in hand. Yeah, you don't know. You don't really know. But I think in my mind, I expect them to drop. They start, losing or drawing games. But maybe they won't. They have good players, Tottenham. They always have a very good squad as well, not just good starting 11. Aguero now, and he does score. See? Yeah, that's... I guess the conditions don't matter that much. Like, he's got a really low condition. I'm always scared about starting players maybe with low 90% condition. But maybe it doesn't actually matter. I've experimented that in my time with Football Manager. And for me, those players, when playing them, they don't do well. But the opposition, they're better players. Like, what kind of saving attempt was that, Petacek? Surely not. Maybe we have a chance right away with a bit of luck. But I don't like that at all. But of course, Man City away from home. Like, it's never going to be an easy fixture. Maybe they could get 2. Oh, we are lucky there. Imagine if that was 2-0 right there. Look, on 56% he scores. And Nasri assists on 63% condition. Like, that would never happen for me. Like, are you serious? Really? Really, they got that? Oh my god, no way. Like, I'd never even start those players with the conditions they started on, like, around 70%. But they ended up scoring. Okay, maybe. Can we get the goal back? Also, it could probably the impact later in the game. We'll have to see. Gabbiadini. Because they're only going to get more tired. I just hope maybe their players get... Oh, no, Aguero through. No way he could score another. Nah, this is not serious. Oh, wow. 10th goal of the season. Sure, Aguero, I'm not doubting he's a good player. Please understand that. He is amazing. Probably the best striker in the Premier League. But on this lower condition, he's on 55%. I'm going to have to change things in the second half, though. But wow. But yeah, Man City, like, they're at home as well, so they're always going to play. But I don't think, in this match anyway, they're taking into account their low conditions. It's not impacting them at all. So we're going to go aggressively. Your pride is at stake today. And great reactions, but we're going to... Oh, our mentality's on attacking. Wait, don't I normally have it on control? Oh, no, the last game. Oh, that's why I don't like having it. But anyway, we got to stay on attacking anyway. But maybe if I didn't have that... Yeah, normally I have it on control. So... Okay, anyway. I'm like... I'll work the ball. Yeah, I'll take that play out of defense stuff off. And, wow, okay, we'll play a slightly higher defensive line. See, these are the settings I'd have when I want to score. But maybe... Oh, creative freedom. Maybe I'll still take Be More Expressive off. I'll just... Wow. Oh, man, I didn't realize that. But anyway, that's what you get in a game anyway. Don't take it too seriously, and we'll just move on to the second half. Oh, this is where I have to do something. Come on. Gabbiadini. Arteta. There's like 2-on-1 there. What is this? Arteta. He passed it straight to Kolarov. Come on, take a chance here. Gabbiadini, Giroud. We are back. And we make it 2-1. That was class. Yes. See, this is where I reckon we can push on for maybe at least a point. Giroud finishes in style, and Gabbiadini, just that quick instinct to find him. The instinct, but also the technical ability. So now Aguero gets injured. Get him off. Keep tackling him hard. And we haven't even got any cards with tackling hard a couple players, so that's a good thing. Look, 44%. I would never leave a player on that late. If he scores another goal, that is ridiculous. If he is on for the rest of the game, like, he should get injured. With the amount of injuries I got, especially earlier in the season, like, even Yaya Toure, they all should get injured. Really, I'm going to tackle Yaya Toure hard now. One of those players surely have to get injured. Wow, I've got injuries from players with more condition. But anyway, Yaya Toure, let's just gonna tackle him right now. And let's go. And we could maybe even make our own change. We can freshen up. Or Sven Bender, maybe be careful. We can... Oh, I know what we're going to do here. We're going to bring on Aaron Ramsey for Sven Bender. And then Aaron Ramsey could go more a role of... what could he suit? Roaming playmaker. I used that role a few times in FM15. I want to see... Yeah, it tracks back for cover defensively. That's the defensive thing. And roaming playmaker. I like it. I do like the role. I just haven't been able to use it yet. Because we already got advanced playmaker in Ozil. So adding a roaming playmaker could provide that a bit more. We'll have to see. And the inside forwards will go on attack right now. And I think that's the only sub. And Hector Bellerin we've rolled with today, but he hasn't quite done it, so we're going to bring on Debussy. Usually it's Bellerin who we bring on to make the impact. Now I'll be interested to see if Debussy can actually be that same kind of impact. So regardless who the player is, with our setup, bringing on a fullback is almost an attacking change, especially if we're still playing on attack and trying to score. So we'll see if that will impact, and we'll do it along with a team talk. And we'll go assertively and demand more. Just one goal would be okay. Just avoid Man City taking 3 points away from us. That's what I would prefer here. Come on. Alexis Sanchez hasn't had a good game at all, but maybe we can kick in some momentum right now. Oh, Mangala comes on for Otamendi. It's a good centre-back to bring on good defensive change. Oh, I don't want to sub... It's a hard one. I don't want to sub Sanchez... But I just feel Sanchez will come up with a goal. Like, you don't want to sub Alexis Sanchez or Ozil, two of the best players in the team. But I just got to keep my faith in them, and we're going to see if it happens here or not. We could concede another, and then it's probably over. Oh, it's Aguero. Silva. Now it's Sterling. Come on, tackle him. Tackle him! Oh, no, plays through to Nasri. Oh, if he scored that, I swear, again, look at the low. Someone get injured. How are not any of those players getting injured right now? No way. But I guess maybe I have to take the plunge. Maybe Sanchez, maybe it's just an off day for him, and we got to treat it like that. Because I could think about changing up the roles a bit, and that could be the case. And fullbacks will go to wingbacks on attack. Just, bomb forward now. Debussy, he'll be pretty good. I would like to think anyway. Or do you bring Santi? Oh, because Ozil is low condition as well. I'm really hesitant to take off Sanchez. They're both quality players, but Santi Cazorla is still good. He's still a good player coming on. Lacks match fitness, but we got to give him some game time to get that match fitness anyway. But hopefully now, come on. Show us something last 20 minutes. Even a couple players in defense, low condition. We've got to exploit that surely. Come on. Or then I'm doubting how important condition is. Look how low Man City's... Surely, wouldn't you sub one of those players with an extra guy? Like, oh, you can make another sub. But they're not doing it. We have to go even more all out. Do we just go... Even though it doesn't suit our style. Maybe we have to overload. Hit in some early crosses. Don't forget, is Giroud. He can get a header. And we can go higher defensive line. Be more expressive now. Go route one. Pump the ball into the box. Because we still have Giroud. He's good in the air. Take more risks now. So I'm going for it all. Even roam from positions. Shoot on sight maybe so we can take more chances. I guess so. I guess we have to do that because there's only 13 minutes remaining. We have to take the plunge. And maybe we'll go very fluid. Even though I know, it's not connected as such with attacking. But, just... we'll just, do that. Because in my experience, I like to think it works. But, come on. Like, with all these lower conditions, surely... I'm shocked. I'm shocked that we're not making more of a play to win this game. Like, what else do I do, man? Like, do we put Sanchez striker? Oh my god, Gabbiadini, what are we doing? Gabbiadini, he can be a poacher. We'll put him on attack. And Sanchez, maybe have to roll with three strikers. Sanchez, what would be his best role? Advance forward? On attack. We'll have to see how this goes. We're completely going for it now. Monreal and Debussy, can they play mid? Ooh, he can almost play there, so we're just going to push him out. We're just taking a risk here. We have to completely just go all out. Wing on attack, and then we'll push up Debussy. Like, you say we might concede here. Well, we're going to lose anyway. Like, right now, we're facing a defeat, and winger on attack, he's not terrible as well. He can actually play, right mid. In a way, he almost can. He's got at least a role colour. We'll say you need that. If they have nothing at all, I'm completely, I never go for that. I'm against it. But this is it. I feel like we're going as attacking as we could for players in their positions. So, it's up to the roll of the dice of the game if they create a chance. Oh, it's for them. And it's from a set piece, but it could be on the counter. It could prove to work here. Koscielny, Monreal. Come on, make a mistake. Company won't make a mistake. Kolarov. We have. Surely this has to be a chance now for us. We've got the possession, and here it's going to come. No, Ramsey. Oh, don't. He should have. You didn't have to header that. Oh, why didn't he just let himself control it? He didn't have to header that. And Aguero. Oh, he shouldn't. A chance could have been there. Bloody Ramsey. Why did he header it? Just let it come down to your feet. Oh, that's so annoying. Team talk. Passionately. Push forward. I've noticed this so far in FM16. I just go all out. But when you need that goal, it just doesn't show. We need it. And just that... Oh, come on now, please. This has to be it. Ramsey. Oh, that almost had a bit too much on it. Giroud. Can't win a header. Keeps going to company. Like the ball, like he's a fucking magnet. What the hell is this? Nasri. No way. Sterling scores the goal. Well done. Raheem. See, I'm not as mad as I probably should be because we're far ahead. This is exactly what Man City need. This is probably the hardest fix. Nah, I don't want to see your crap goal anyway. Get lost. But again, look at those 40s. Look how much they are. Oh, man. See, a lot of things like this lately I just laugh at. Like, it doesn't... I'm not so mad about it. But, yeah. Koscielny. Look, score now, but it... Oh, Ramsey. It was a good... But it doesn't mean shit now. Fucking hell. See, when I think about it a lot, I get mad. If you count that, I'm not so mad. It's just, yeah, being frustrated at the situation. Because I didn't want... This is... Because I'm getting a result I didn't want. That's the thing. Because it brings him back into it ever so slightly. Back into the title race. But maybe it will make it more exciting for you guys. Who knows? But hopefully against Bournemouth we can just pick up a win. But it's always hard. It's always hard. And if I... I forgot I changed the formation for the previous game. That's what happens when you record like 2 days later in a series. But anyway... see, we're still far ahead of them, but a lot of things in that game, well, sure, they dominated us, but with really lower conditions. I would have never played those players. Would you have? Because, yeah, if that was me, like, you guys would have told me to sub those players, like, all the time. But they did so well, so I'm guessing, yeah, low conditions don't really matter. So, lads, the next lot of games have been played. All the results, so you can check out some up and down results, really. Look, Man City losing, and then we beat Bournemouth. So that game they won against us just now, it really means nothing because we got it back. They lost away from home, and maybe their conditions showed in that game. Don't really know. Maybe they had to rotate. I don't really know. But we did beat Bournemouth 3-0. Good performance away from home. Went back to our natural style, actually. I went back to the counter opposed to the attack. And we, played some good football. More of the shorter passing opposed to direct passing. I was just a bit excited with the game before, wasn't it? If we go to the fixtures, it would have been in the previous episode. I think it was against Norwich, yeah. I guess that's where you got to analyse. Yeah, you got to analyse the opposition. But yeah, Santi Cazorla coming back from his injury actually was able to score, to kick things off. So it was a good game from him to score that goal, get back some match fitness. And Olivier Giroud smashing in 2 goals. So that tells me I reckon we're going to stick with the control. Just give you an update on the tactics. Where are we? Yeah, the instructions. And we play the higher tempo, shorter passing. I took off Be More Expressive. So, yeah, that was a little bit of an experiment. Of course, only one game. But playing Man City at home, I reckon that will be a good test. And just go in. I'll show you the match stats so you know how the game panned out, I suppose. We'll go to match stats here. And you can see it was pretty even, surprisingly. Even we are playing a shorter passing game, trying to maintain possession. They did have a few shots. They actually had more clear-cut chances, but I still felt our chances were more clear-cut, even though it doesn't go under the clear-cut chances stats, but we had better chances. But anyway, those are the results. Again, really up and down results for some big teams. Like Man City, that was opportunity to keep the pressure on once again. But Tottenham, they're not holding off. They're only 4 points away. So I don't want to be dropping too many points. Because Tottenham, they keep winning games. So next game is only 2 days later against Man City. I want to check their fitness levels and see how are they really looking. As you can see, now they're starting. Well, De Bruyne has got an injury. Yaya Toure suspended now, so that's kind of coming in. Aguero. See, very tired players, and only 2 days later. So I thought that would be a problem for me. Hopefully, it can show in the next game. Hopefully it can show with a more fit team and on training. I want to kind of purposely do this. Had it on attacking, but I want to work on fitness or attack. I want to work on teamwork, but just change it up a little bit. I want to see, working on that. It's only for the next couple of days, I suppose, but I want to see, how it's affected. But hopefully we can get the win. That's what I want to show. If we can't beat them at home, I want to show we deserve the position we're in. You know what I mean? I want to show we can beat the best teams in the league, not just the beatable teams, like everyone we're expected to beat, like other top 4 teams. That's the goal from now. So we got to beat Man City at home so it can kind of cancel out that result. The West Ham loss for Man City, maybe that cancelled it out because then we got the win against Bournemouth. But yeah, to show we can actually beat them, that's what I want to prove here today. So guys, here we are into the next Man City game of this episode. Really, really important. They've even dropped down a little. Liverpool with a draw against Leicester. Again, that could have been a win for them, and they could have been back in contention. But really, the only team now you would think is Tottenham, and even right now they drop points, finally. They only can get a draw away against Stoke. So this is another opportunity to go ahead. And then we'll be 6 points ahead of Tottenham. And then Man City will be far and away. And then we shouldn't really be dropping the title from there. Surely not. We should be winning it. But we have to show it here today. If I lose 2 games against Man City, I lost the one away from home, which is understandable. At home, I guess they're really hard to beat. I'm still disappointed. I thought we could have beat them with the conditions they had. But again, I'll leave that to talk about for the first game. This next game, I just want to go out, play our natural game. The way we've been playing for the most part of the season. Shorter passing. And we'll even add the retain the possession a bit more. Think we can dominate the game. Hopefully we can anyway. It's at home. It should be on us to do that. And I think we can. I want to see that a bit more. I'd like to talk about, I guess, maybe we didn't have the better of possession, was pretty even against Bournemouth. Maybe I need to retain possession a bit more. We'll see. Well, we still had a good result, so keep that in mind. But, yeah, we did rotate a lot of the team out. And saying that, against Bournemouth, I guess, aside from Giroud, we rested a lot of players. Like all these players you can see with lower conditions, they're the guys who are playing. So they got the job done. Even though Giroud scored, he's just going to, keep going. I think he's going to have to start. Giroud. He's our main man up front, especially with Theo Walcott. He's finally now coming back from his injury, so he'll come in next games, hopefully. But yeah, I guess we can just go straight in now. This is more or less our best team. Hopefully, we can get this. I want to at least, like, a draw would be okay, because then we keep, Man City still away. But here's a chance. There's 2 things. I want to show we can beat Man City, and I want to get a bit away from Tottenham because they're showing as real contenders right now. So I want to push on. So let's go into the game. No, they're not going to rest anyone still. But Fabian Delph is starting. That could be a weakness in centre mid. Last time they played Nasri, didn't they? He's a bit weaker for a centre mid, only 9 strength. So we'll see how they go. Clichy going to be starting this game at left back instead of Kolarov. So a bit more pace. And yeah, it's still decent. It's still a decent squad. We're going to have to play some good stuff to beat them again. Aguero, I'm tight mark, close down. Maybe not close down. Maybe I'll just do tight mark. I've got to try something different, I guess. Sterling, same thing. We won't go closing down. We'll do tight mark. Again, experimenting. Same with David Silva. That's all. We'll do those players. And I'm not sure Nasri is that good as a winger, in my view. Sure, he's natural, but he lacks the pace, only 14 pace. He's not going to, sprint pass and get past fullbacks, really. Unless they're really slow. Of course, he's got good agility, good dribbling, but defenders, they should be good enough. Especially Ballerin on the right and Monreal should do well. So what do we got to say here? Passionately, have to do this for fans at home, and Giroud gaining confidence. Let's see if he can score again. Then passionately, I want you to give me solid defensive effort. I want to expect a performance from everyone here. Get control of the midfield. And Giroud is already gaining confidence. So no point in messing with that. So we gotta dominate here. It's got to be a dominant. I know it's, a lot to ask, but it might be an early chance. No, it's not going to be, but so important right now this game is. You can see the table, how it's looking, and you can see even if we come out of it with a draw, we're still 4 points ahead of Tottenham, have that over a game break. So that really still will be solid, and we should probably still win the title, but the win here would put us in an amazing position, because then Tottenham will really be the only challenger. Liverpool, you think, they're not consistent enough with wins. But here's a corner opportunity. Come on, Alexis. Oh, that was a great opportunity. Aguero now. He tries to clear it. And they have no one to go to. But yeah, look at their... No, we're going to have to hard tackle those guys again. Silva, Nasri, and Aguero, yeah? Silva, Nasri, and Aguero, and the centre-backs. So we'll go to make a sub. What if we go target opposition player? Yeah, we can do it from here, yeah? And you can see their condition. That makes it easier. See that? And we'll go, yeah, tackling hard on Aguero. And then Nasri, tackling hard. And maybe we'll try and close him down because he's probably a different kind of winger to someone like Sterling, who's going to run at players. We've got to experiment. So that would have changed for Aguero, would have? Yep, too easy. And then David Silva as well. We'll go hard tackle. Anyone else with a low condition? Nasri, we already did Nasri, yeah? Nasri, who else? Sterling. Sterling is 79%, so we might leave him because there might be, yeah, no point in that. And then, yeah, they're two centre-backs, so maybe they'll be forced into a sub for the centre-backs if they do, in fact, get injured. Because as the game goes on, yeah, their condition will push down into the 60s. So I don't expect them to get injured in the first half. Maybe the second half, though. So we'll make those changes and see. None of them got injured in the last game where they went down to like 40%. So, oh, that was a good block there. Now it's Fernandinho. No. Oh, Czech makes an important save. They could have scored there. Good opportunity. So you can see, look, 60% possession. So that seems to be going well early. I know it means nothing if you don't create good chances, but it gives you more of the ball. It gives you more opportunity. But you got to still be careful on the counter. It's Nasri. Bender. Oh, I reckon Bender, when he gets used to the English football, he's going to be real good. He's got high attributes for the position. And here we go. Bellerin. Hector Bellerin. Oh, man. That would have been huge because he's had that kind of season. He's been absolutely amazing. I felt it would have been fitting if he came up and scored there. Wouldn't you think? But not quite. We may have another opportunity, though. Now it's Monreal. Down the left. Monreal. Gabbiadini goes bang. My signing, big money signing, the main attacking signing this season, Manolo Gabbiadini, puts one home. And he's fit in well. I talk about, yeah, the English football. He's had no problem scoring, especially most of the time anyway, playing right wing, the inside forward, cutting in inside forward. He scored a good amount of goals for his first season. If you watch one of those best young players in the future videos I did for strikers, for Napoli it was, he scored, what was it? Oh, I can't remember. I think it was, yeah, over 20 goals in the league for 3 seasons in a row, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, I think that was it. Gabbiadini, I'm just, yeah, checking out. We signed him from Napoli we signed him. And, yeah, in the Serie A, he did that. And that was just the league goals. 3 seasons in a row. I think it was the first 3 seasons, if I remember correctly. But either way, yeah, go watch that video if you want to see it. But, yeah, that basically convinced me that I wanted to sign him. Of course, I already knew he was a good player, but that kind of assured me a little bit more, and you can see his performances now. See, this is the kind of game that you would expect from Man City's attacking players when they have low condition, not really doing anything. So that makes a bit more sense. So here, we'll just say concentrate. Don't want to be conceding a goal just before halftime. This has been a good performance from us. You can see it slightly there, 64%. Yeah, you can see the match stats when we have an actual highlight, or there is a highlight. It doesn't have to be for us. But yeah, when a highlight comes up, you can see 64%. So we're dominating possession, or you can see the match stats. They've had 3 clear-cut chances. Yeah, it's such a difference at home, yeah? And Bellerin, let's go for a second. Alexis! Yes, I want this to be a dominating game, like we've been this season. A dominating team. And it's Bellerin, that impact down the right side. We're just going to have fun over the next 10 years with Bellerin. Every season, he's only going to be getting better. Even if he gets 25, 26, you might not think he'll improve in technical attributes or whatever, physical, but he'll just gather experience every single season. And the way he's playing right now, would it be possible for him to play better? That's scary. Yeah, for wingers coming up, and defenders, I guess, coming up against him, fullbacks. He's very scary. Now, Gabbiadini. Oh, that's a perfect ball into space for Alexis. Let's make it 3. Alexis Sanchez, hit it! Oh no! And there's something I have to mention on Alexis Sanchez. Real Madrid are showing interest in him. He's skyrocketed. Well, his value's high normally, but it's 45.5 million. I got a message saying they may need to offer 50 million for Alexis Sanchez. He's an amazing player. I wouldn't want to... Oh, you got to say maybe sometimes. You don't really know. You could probably buy anyone else in the game then. You don't... it's hard. Like Neymar or Sanchez. Neymar a few years younger, but I really love Sanchez. I rated him so much when he was a younger player. I would love to, keep in Arsenal, win the league. Hopefully we'll do this season and win Champions League with him. I really don't want to sell him, even if it is, 50 million plus to Madrid. But I got to say, don't get complacent. Things can turn around very quickly. Ballerin, I have to praise you. He killed it. I'm very happy with your performance. And now he's fired up. I always say that, like when they get their bad reaction, I'll say, I always was going to praise him. But realistically, I was only going to praise him if he didn't get if he got a bad reaction. But perfect half, I guess. That's what we want to be seeing. And Sven Bender, he's showing it in this game. 7.2. I think from now, it'll get to January. We're almost in January, half of the season. And then, he'll be settling in even more and might take over from Coquelin. But realistically, they're both going to be key parts of the team. They're just going to be rotating every so often. Game in, game out. Both will be important players. But Alexis, we're killing Man City here. That would have been a special goal. Maybe he was trying a bit too much. Maybe there's some Real Madrid scouts in the crowd. Not sure, because he's trying to go it alone. But, look at that goal kick to Sanchez. It was against kind of two defenders there, so it was a bit hard. Fabian Delph, poor pass. Well done by Ballerin. So it's not just attacking. He's so good defensively. He's aware defensively and composed. And now Alexis, this time, oh my god, Alexis, you gotta finish one. You've scored one already, you're looking for that second, but need to see more. Need to see that just finishing touch. That's what we need right now. See, now the poor games are coming in. Look at that. David Silva, 6.2, 53. You think they're gonna sub him, surely. You gotta be responsible. Do we leave Giroud on? Because do we need to play him? See, I don't think we need to play him because you have a lot of games coming around this Christmas time. You got to be responsible with your players. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Joel Campbell. I guess he needs match fitness as well. He can play strike. He's natural. He's a striker, don't forget. He's natural on the wing as well. But I want to see him we'll bring Gabbiadini striker. And see, I think he can do a bit better again. If you see he's pretty good rating. And then there's Joel Campbell, inside forward on the right side. Look at that, his best role, support inside forward. And on the right side, so he cuts in on his preferred left boot. And he's motivated coming on. He's impressed me. He had that first game I played him, he missed the shocker. He just had to tap it in and he couldn't quite do it. But then after that, he's been consistent. He hasn't felt out of place. So that's a major positive right now. And you can see, Raheem Sterling coming off. It's a chance. Ozil puts it in from the corner. Oh, it's a penalty. Yes, to make sure of this, make it 3-0. And I don't want to concede a goal. I really don't, because then you'll see this as a better performance. Because we can defend so well at home, even though we attack a lot. And now Mikel Arteta, he'll show you that he is experienced and he finds the back of the nets. He is far from the worst player in the team. He's not the best by any stretch of the imagination, but he's solid. He's an experienced player and more importantly, the captain. And he showed his experience there. He was not going to miss that. What a game this is, and how about our goal difference if it is going to be a fact, if Tottenham are going to try and keep up with us. But even if they do, if they keep winning, they're still going to they're gonna have to rely on us to lose more games. And the only games I see myself losing are away from home against big teams like a Man City, like Chelsea. I'm not sure Man United. That doesn't really count as a away game, I wouldn't think. because still in Manchester, not much travelling, so it shouldn't make a difference as much. But Sven Bender, don't really want to risk him here, so we're just going to bring on... See, that's what I mean, Coquelin, and they might come on for each other in some games, and they'll be rotated, but you got to see consistency as well. I don't think it would be really good for the team if one comes in for one game, one comes in for the next. You need some consistency, so we still have to find the good balance. But Bellerin, a 9 rating. How good is this guy? Anyone else? Mikel Arteta, do we just leave him on for the rest of the game, or we bring on Ramsey? Maybe just leave it for now, and maybe around 70th minute or something like that. But yeah, it's great to have that mixture of Coquelin and Bender. I really like the signing of Bender. He starts transfer listed, and he's a good signing, like up until, like, if he wants to join your team, he would be a good signing for any team in the world. Oh, Ozil, no. Like, we didn't need that. That was needless. See, that's why I don't get... He's got 77% condition. How come Aguero in the last game, we played them 40% condition, Silva 40% towards the end of the game. They didn't get injured. See, oh man, if that was us, we'll get all injuries for all those players that were on those conditions. Or even before that, we get Ozil injured on 77%. Like... and it's not even the beta anymore. It's not the beta, so I can't say, oh, it's a beta. It's just Football Manager. And yeah, people say it's just luck. I just got to show you the evidence, I suppose, of what's happened. But I'm not going to try and complain about it. We're winning 3-0. I'm not complaining about it at all. I'm just trying to point out the facts. That's all I do. I never really complain. Even people say you complain, but that's just, I don't know why, but it's not me complaining. I'm just trying to point out what happens. Look in the game, David Silva, 46% condition, and he hasn't even got it injured. It's frustrating to see that. And yes, keep a clean sheet here. We've got to focus on that at the same time as Bellerin clears. It's just something that gets to me. It makes me frustrated, but we're going to win the game here, sure. So I'm happy. But yeah, I'm just wondering about that. Hopefully it's not a big injury. If it's a small injury, I'll be content. Come on, let's make it 4. Let's make it a big win. If we score here, I probably want to go for 5. Oh, that was a good challenge. So maybe not. Silva plays an amazing ball still. And Wilfred, nah, Boney. See, Silva can still play those kind of balls, and he should be dead. He should almost be dead with that low condition, like 40%, but he can play just the inch-perfect ball. Exactly how he would want it. Just those kind of things, yeah, frustrate me a little bit. And they're still going. Oh, now he gets subbed. Yeah? No, he's still on. They sub someone else. Wouldn't you want to take him off? I'm just observing here. I'm just wondering. Like, we've got the points here. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not really complaining about it. I'm just wondering. How come it's not just one player. All of them, there's 4 with under 55% condition. So, yeah, I'm just curious. That's all. We're going to get the 3 points. I don't really mind. 3 points back from Man City. So, yeah, I'm just wondering about it. Has anyone else experienced the same? Do you feel you get injuries more? When you feel, come on, I would get an injury basically every single time if those were the conditions. I'm just wondering here. I'm just wondering. That's all. Nothing more than that. Because I'm going to go home happy with the 3 points here, and it cancels out their win, especially as they lost against West Ham. So we go out of these 2 games against Man City ahead. We did better. So come on. Because of their loss, and we won our other games. So I'm happy. I just want to wonder about the low conditions, and do they actually matter at all? I guess in a way, because we started really well, we started better. Maybe that was it. But how did we get Ozil injured? And any of those 4 players that finish on like below 40 condition or something, yeah, none of them got injured. But the main thing to focus on right now, we're 6 points clear of Tottenham, and while Man City, we're 15 points clear of them, and Liverpool's there. Maybe Liverpool, but they're still going to rely on us having to lose a crazy amount of games. We've only lost 2 games for the whole season, and one of them was against Man City, and we're not playing Man City again. So, yeah, I would have to do so bad to lose it from here. It would have to be one of my worst seasons with a top team. But Yeah, where's Manchester United anyway? They're still sixth. They're going to be fighting for Champions League place. And that's what all the other teams are kind of fighting for. It's not the title. It's for top four. It's even, you look Man United. They're going to be fighting with Chelsea, Man City, and Liverpool. One of those teams are going to miss out on Champions League. Unless, Tottenham completely drop off. But, Harry Kane has been a boss. Maybe we got to check him out. He's been so good. And I'll get a scout report on him. Maybe one to poach in the future. He's a similar type to Giroud in terms of height. So, who knows? Ozil, injure. Okay, 4 to 5 weeks is not like a death sentence. It's acceptable. It's acceptable. And we're about to hit January here in the new year. That will be, I guess, next episode. Like, we got West Ham. What's West Ham done this? See, they're 11th. I might do, I'll just continue. Next episode will be West Ham at home, and then I'll do Watford, and we'll go back to that, and then I might analyse a bit more, because FA Cup is an important game as well. So we'll do, maybe even West Ham I might play off camera, then I'll try and do one game in that one and see if you, like that style. But then, all the rest of the Premier League games will play off camera. Up until PSG in Champions League. That's what I will do. So that counts West Ham, but I'll show Watford in the episode, so if that makes sense. And then from Everton to Swansea, all off camera, like you're probably used to from other FM YouTubers. Then we'll do PSG. We'll do PSG, and I mentioned that earlier. Then Leicester and Stoke off camera, and then we'll do Man United, as that will be a big game at home for us. And then the next episode, it will be, after that, PSG and Tottenham, 2 in the same. So it all depends on circumstance. And I actually did. For those of you guys that don't know, I did my videos I started FM12, but I didn't really have a serious series. I was really new to making videos. But in FM13, I did that style, like all the other, Football Manager YouTubers. The majority do anyway. But I did it in that style, and I remember back, I like that, because I sat back and play the game a bit more myself. Not every single game I was recording, so I could still enjoy the game, and I miss that. I miss actually just playing Football Manager without having to record myself. So I want to have a healthy mix of that, but still having a lot of live games, still more than the norm, but a good mix of both. It will be healthy for me, and something fresh for you guys, and maybe to process through seasons a bit quicker. So getting a mix of both. Again, I always talk about it. With that mix, it's just optimizing my content, and it depends on the season we're having. Like those Premier League games coming up after the FA Cup game against Watford, I probably wouldn't play off camera if it was closer. But for times like this, when it's not guaranteed, but you really can't see me losing 5 or 6 games, which is probably required at least for me to drop the title here. So it's all good. Things are looking great, and don't forget in March when that comes around, youth intake. I cannot wait for the youth intake. I know that, I want to talk about here a little bit, because youth intake is very important. I know that director of football, unless you choose him to be involved, we'll go to the responsibilities for a second. Unless you choose him, which you can do, we can choose Arsene Wenger. If you have the head of youth development choosing that, most of you guys wouldn't think the director of football will have any hand at all in it. But I think he would. I think Arsene Wenger, he'll have a hand in that in some way, even though it's not shown in the game. You choose head of youth development to do the youth intakes, but surely, just like, I'm sure Football Manager is advanced in that way, to be very in-depth. I'm sure, Wenger, as the director of football, he'll assist Pacini, and they'll work together, kind of, really. If we go to, Riccardo Pacini, especially as they both have got scouting knowledge in France, I reckon they could work together to bring us some French lads, potentially. He's from Italy as well, so... Well, he's from Italy, then he's got, the French scouting knowledge as well. So, and we've got a few other French ones in there as well, don't we? You got Giles Grimandi, and I think that's it. But that gives us some good knowledge from France. So, good scouting knowledge. So, I don't know, maybe you guys that are really experienced, if you're just a Football Manager experienced player, would a type like Arsene Wenger assist in some way or another, even though it wouldn't say it in the game? would he be involved in helping to get better players into youth intake, even though it doesn't, you don't choose him to handle youth intake. You got your head of youth development for that, but I just have a feeling he has to in one way or another. Like, having him on as a director of football, you'll get better quality, especially with his judgment as well. Like Pacini, he might come to Arsene Wenger and say, should we sign this lad to the team or to be part of the youth intake? And I reckon that would be a situation. At least that's what I like to think in my head. For the most of you guys, I might treat that as a story if we do get someone in, especially if they're French as well. Most will be English, but sometimes they get chosen from abroad as well. So that's one of those situations to make it like a story I like to produce my videos in. So hopefully you guys can leave your feedback on that. But either way, I'll still probably treat it like that. As being excited for the future with youth intakes, it has to be real good because Pacini got amazing stats, 2020, doesn't he? I just want to... does anyone do this sometimes? This sometimes why my videos go longer. I like to marvel at what I have at the club, whether it be players, even staff. He's got 20 judging for ability and potential. You probably think potential is most important, but ability is important as well. You want them to be pretty decent. Obviously, they're not going to be first-team quality right away, but you want them to still have higher attributes. And then Arsene Wenger as well. You could almost treat him as head of youth development, but you look at the two main stats. The other guy has 20 for ability, but that's why I think Arsene Wenger is going to help, surely. I wish he was a few years younger than 66, because I don't know when he would retire. But anyway, I'll stop there because I could keep going on 4 days about it, and that's just on my staff and talking about youth intakes. But that's something I get excited about, and hopefully can get some good talents. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We did end up beating Manchester City at home after losing away. There were similar games, really, both 3-1. They were both 3-1. So it cancelled each other out, really, didn't they? But then they lost their game in between, and we won our game in between. So we, better positioned than them. And we've got all these games we should really win, even though I'm sure I'll lose, or not lose. I'll drop a point, maybe. I might get a draw. I don't really know. You can't expect. But on this current form, we don't look like losing. Look how long we were unbeaten for. It was pretty good. Look at that. But either way, I shall end it here. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new as well, if this is the first video you've seen from me. And I'll see you guys in the very next one.